Hello everybody, TonyScapone here coming to you live with the Epic Storm, and tonight we got a special one. We're playing Dredge, baby. Turbo Dredge. This mama bear is angry. We're going to be sending some speedy zombies as early as turn 1. So don't go anywhere. Let me just get the word out on Discord. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up everybody? That's right, we're playing Turbo Dredge, baby. I have never actually played this deck until earlier today. We lost our first match, and then I won 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 3 in a row. Wasn't able to finish the league, but hopefully we can replicate that success today. I have consumed enough Dredge content to know what the deck is up to. If you don't know, of course, it is a graveyard-based strategy. If you were to see just this deck as your introduction to Magic, you would think it is a completely different game. Instead of drawing cards into your hand, you are typically trying to dump them as fast as you can into your graveyard. Once you have these Dredge cards in your graveyard, you can replace your draws with a Dredge, which has a number, which means instead of drawing a card, you get to put that amount of cards from the top of your deck right into your graveyard. And once you put a bunch of cards into your graveyard, you start hitting them with Cabal Therapy, which discards them. You have to sacrifice creatures that you would put in play from your Narcomoebas, and you get zombies along the way, and then you sacrifice those zombies to flashback your Dread Return to make something big like an Ox, which will allow you to dump the rest of your deck into play, maybe bring back your Duskana, which will let you draw cards equal to the amount of 2/2s that you have, all those zombies, if you haven't already drawn your entire deck, and it also makes them 5/5s instead of 2/2s. And of course we have Anger, so as long as you have a mountain in play and Anger in your graveyard, everything is haste. So we can actually kill them on turn 1. It's really volatile, explosive, still pretty resilient. It's an awesome deck. I love it. I can't wait to get into the first round. But before we go into the first round, just want to thank our sponsors, of course, KMC, Card Hoarder, and Moxfield. And I do want to mention that I have my own Twitch, of which I was playing this earlier today. I have my own YouTube, Patreon. I started a podcast called Brews of Paradise. All these links are in the description below. And of course, join right here with the Epic Storm to get all sorts of awesome perks, whether it be on the YouTube right here, or if you look in the description below, you can get on the Patreon to get sideboard guides for the Epic Storm. Check all of that out. But yeah, that's it. Let's jam. Let's get into the first round. I'll see you there.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
Good people arguing who was first in chat. Now. It looks like J Bears was there first to mention, but maybe Irk TV was actually there first. We'll never know. Maybe I can find out in the analytics, and we'll get down to this groundbreaking debate. Yeah, so this deck is sweet. One thing that really helped me have some success my first time piloting it was, of course, watching content on it enough and playing against it enough over the years. The deck has existed for quite some time to know how important it is to mulligan aggressively, right? The deck is capable of extremely powerful hands, so if you're not searching for those powerful hands for the first 1, 2, 3, 4 hands even, additionally, it's not just that there's super powerful hands, but in addition to that, it's really easy to have still a good hand at even 3 or 4 cards. So the risk is super low, and the upside is just outrageously high. That if you find yourself keeping really medium hands initially, and you're not doing well, I would recommend mulliganing more aggressively. I feel like these queues have been a lot longer lately. Pre and post ban. We are in a no sticker environment here. All right. Oops. Make sure, usually it's the storm count, but really I just want to make sure you got all the gameplay in here. Okay, we are on the play. That's excellent. Always a good thing. So, Lines of Diamond is great. Having a land is usually awesome. Being able to... You don't want to keep a hand like this. You need, if we had a Faithless Looting, that'd be perfect, because then that's double. They'd have to have 2 Force of Wills. So I'm going to mulligan. You could keep it, play LED, and then start slow dredging, but don't do that. Here's another example of a medium hand, right? You could say, well, I've got 2 of these. It's fine. I've got lands. Like, you could keep a hand like this, but I'm telling you, the vast majority of 5-card, 4-card, and 3-card hands are going to do the same thing as this hand. So you might as well try to get a nutty 5-card hand. Now we're down to 5 cards. And this one, I might actually keep this one. It's still a little bit medium, but now we're talking about going to 4. Most 4-card hands are going to be comparable to this, but they might not. And then if you go to 3, you're in big trouble. Well, not really. You could still keep going, but I think this is good enough. And I probably just want to keep Cabal Therapy. Do I want to open with Cabal Therapy? I don't think so. I think I want to open with Careful Study. And I'd rather protect my red source. Mid at 5 seems fine. Yeah, for the most part. It depends how mid. Also depends if you're, if it's post-board or... There are some factors. Kind of a bummer. Get rid of Narcomoeba. Honestly, I think I just get rid of Cabal Therapy. Especially considering we haven't found dredgers. Like, I'm a lot more interested in making sure that my own game plan works rather than worrying about what my opponent does. Oftentimes you have the luxury of both, or you get to go fast enough where you don't have to worry about your opponent. All right, Saga, Petal, Opal. Pass. All right. All right. Would have been nice to have found that earlier, but it's okay. Yeah, we can once again start with careful study. You're gonna force a will it. That's fine with me. We sandbagged. Wouldn't mind finding a land. All right. That's not bad either. I only wanted to find a land so that we could flash back looting, but now we just have a looting. The next time we get to dredge, hopefully it hits another, possibly 2 dredgers, and then we can looting and swing. The sound of your graveyard flying, or your library flying into your graveyard. Probably sounds a bit more ghoulish than that. Huh? We don't. Oh, did they play that to get Metalcraft so that they could chalice on 1? Ooh, all right. I mean, it's good, but we're dredging. As long as we don't miss on a dredger, we should be okay. They're not making a token. They're gonna make one next turn. Kind of a bummer we don't have double red. I guess there's no... I mean, we hit some dredgers, which is good. We're just chilling. I guess it hits LED. If we could guarantee a red source, that would be the best thing, is taking a draw and going for a red source, but it seems pretty dicey. I think we are just supposed to dredge. All right. No Narcomoebas. We have bridges now. Okay. They now have a 6/6. We're at 19. We might have 2 turns. We might only have 1, but likely 2. It's a Kappa. Yeah, it's only 1 turn. Seems to be more traditional 8 cast going on here. We go down to 12 and they have lethal in play. Do we want to... No. No, we still want to dredge. We want to... I think we have a better... 5 looks at an Archamoeba or 1 look at a red source. 2, there's already 3. I think it's looking for an Archamoeba. We did in fact miss. So we're dead. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, we're dead. Bummer. I feel like anything above a medium hand there would have Probably pulled that one off. All right, I don't see them having any ley lines. We don't really need our own either. Chalice is like the annoying thing. Mission Rider and Icarid seem better. I mean, you want to cut 1-drops, but at the same time, those are what I need to really pop off. Maybe Gaze just isn't the greatest. Maybe I trim 1 Thug. You're allowed to trim 1 Dredger, right? All right, this one is tough. It's powerful, but it's not resilient. Well, it's got Colosseum, but we have to use it to careful study. You know what? I'm actually going to keep this. I'm not going to go all in immediately. They might be smart enough to counter this immediately, in which case we're in trouble. Okay. That makes me want to go for it. You know what? I'm forgetting we actually have it. We have 2 things here. So this is how you beat Force of Will. Because now they can force careful study, but they also have looting to deal with, and they just have nothing. Please don't miss on a Dredger. We did not. We are in there. All right, those go back in. Narcomoeba's cruising. The auto yield never works for Narcomoeba. You say always yes and just doesn't care. The first one does. All right, looks like they have some sort of graveyard interaction here. But they are in trouble. Because we have 3, yeah, I was going to say, they probably have Fairy Macabre, but we have many things. Many, many things. So Ox was the most threatening thing there. Good on them. Now we get to go looting. Roll. Roll. We've got a Cabal Therapy and we're down to 1 bridge. Well. Oh, right, we got the Poxwalkers. I always forget about these. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Yes. And then you get the 3 creatures. You can do it again, make more zombies, and then you dread return. They get rid of the Ox is what you usually dread return, or Duskana, which isn't there. But we're still just going to make a bajillion creatures. They're not going to be able to deal with it, so. And shred their hand. That's Dredge for you. So when your opponent keeps on 7, and then they don't counter your stuff, you probably have some sort of graveyard 8. But Fairy Macabre is only so helpful, right? We're probably going to have to deal with Chalice. Interesting hand. They mulliganed. No. You can Colosseum on the draw, huh? With an LED? Maybe you keep this for that reason. As long as they don't chalice you on 0. Yeah, you know what? Because of how bad Chalice makes this for us, I think I keep this. Right? If they don't Chalice on 0 and they let LED go, say they have graveyard interaction or whatever. Well, then we only have 2 dredgers. It'd be nice if we draw a dredger. Let's hope they don't have that. But if they, let's say they have a force and they just don't force LED, then we can play Cephalid Coliseum. Sack LED will have 7 cards right in our graveyard, and we can activate. And if they do Chalice on 0, we can just go to cleanup, and it's slow dredge, but it's with our best dredger. Right, no Chalice. You like that. Ooh. That makes me want to start with Cabal Therapy, though. And I want to do it now. Because I want to clear the way for this LED and play it. Because I plan on passing since I've decided to go Cabal Therapy. And if they Chalice, I don't want them to be able to hit this. So it's either Fairy Macabre or one of the forces. Probably Fairy Macabre. It is. Now we get to play LED. Provided they don't spike something now, we are in business. Is the bear that good? Yes. You need more than one, like, Ox of Agonis thing, and it basically does the same thing. Except then you're not playing the exact same card. You get some additional benefits. It also makes it so that you don't need a million zombies to kill them because they're 5/5s. It's super good. Alright, do we Cabal Therapy again? We could. Make sure they didn't draw another Fairy Macabre. How bad would we need this mana? It could mean we can make red with LED. That's pretty good. I think I'm down for that. I think I'm down for going Cephalid Coliseum, make red. Use blue. All right, we're in. Troll. There's lootings. We already got a Narcomoeba. Stinkweed Imp. Thug. Even if we miss, that's okay. We get to discard these. You play the budget list of this? Is it Manaless Dredge? We have 2 bridges, so we can Cabal Therapy and Dread Return, but we don't have... I mean, Ashen Rider alone would probably win, but I think I'm going to loot to go deeper. There's not really a reason not to. Poxwalkers gets in. Dredge Troll. Dredge Stinkweed Imp. Discard, discard. We got Anger, so we're hasted. We did not hit Bear or Ox, but it doesn't matter because they have left the game. They are no longer interested in playing because we got them. Yeah, we were just about to make... You don't really need that stuff if we do have Anger, right? Usually one of the 3. As long as you have either Anger... I mean, we could have Ashen Rider too. We had it all. We got them. We're 1-0, see you in round 2. I almost just hit the stop recording button. Wrong button. All right, see you there.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
What is Sans LED? No, it's Sans LED and uses shocks instead of duels. Vince's list. I don't doubt it. Okay, here we are in round 2 against Aplap. We've won the die roll again. Love it. One is not good enough. This one loots, but doesn't have LED. I think I'm okay with going further. This one does not all. Yes, it does. This one does it all. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. All you need is Dredger, Looting, LED, Land. That's 4 cards, and you're beating a Force of Will. And even if they have 2 forces, as long as they don't force LED, which oftentimes they're just not going to, right? You have a Troll, and you're slow dredging. Troll, the fastest of slow dredgers. All right, we are keeping. We don't need Meba. I guess none of this really matters. Put the mountain back in the deck. We go LED. Play our red source. We're going to hold priority. We're going to loot. We're going to make red. Provided they don't have force and negation, we should be looking good. Or endurance. Every now and then you run into that. Then you just got to hope that you spike a dredger. Are they just upset? Maybe they're upset. Or deciding what to force. Or what to pitch to their force. Okay, they have a force. And they don't have a second force. So here comes Troll. Ooh, another Troll. Not very good otherwise, though. Alright. Well, we're dredging Trolls. So we're effectively drawing 6 a turn. In dredge terms. Pretty sure this is Doomsday. Force pitching Brainstorm. They've used the Street Wraith. Definitely Doomsday. Ponder action. They shuffled on that Ponder. And we're going to dredge. We can't play that. We're desperately looking for a Narcomoeba. There are 4 in the deck. Yo, what's up, Vince? We got Vince in the house. Muffaz Van Gogh, aka Dredge Guy. Have a great dredge night. Have a dredgeful night. Well, we're 1-0. Fortunately, we are whiffing right now. We multi-5, got hit by a Force of Will, but had the LED looting troll, and then just whiffed on a Narcomoeba. And then we took a slow dredge and whiffed again. But Okay, personal tutor. Pass? Alright, they are passing. This is good. We might be able to hit him with a Cabal Therapy on like a brain or like ponder or something. The brainstorm, they probably would have cast it. Oh, no way, man. Still none? They have 3 cards. I mean, it's still possible we're not dead yet. Alright, let's... Not quite dead yet. So exactly halfway through the deck and actual 0 Narcomoebas. Uh-oh. I'm forgetting to turn my phone. Sorry about that. They cycled? I think they're trying to find maybe a dark ritual or something. Could have waited a turn before using the LED. You could have Colosseum in play. I don't think that's correct. You open up a hand that can go looting LED troll, and you're going to wait a whole turn to turn your Colosseum on? No thanks. You're going to get hit by Chalice. Your opponent's going to cantrip. They're going to kill you on turn 1. They're going to discard you on turn 1. This is Legacy. You have a turn 1 that, you know, plays through a Force of Will on a 5-card hand. Don't shy away. I mean, feel free to chime in, Vince, but I feel pretty strongly about that. I would do the same thing I did every time. Just think of what the decks in Legacy do. You can't just like, oh, my next turn will be better if I wait. Yeah, just wait a turn. Good luck with that. What is happening? They're like desperately cycling. And they're passing. I think they were desperately trying to find their 3rd land or Dark Ritual. Because they know they're about to get smashed, especially now that we know Doomsday's in their hand. Come on. Come on, deck. Don't fail me again. Oh, dude. How? 36 cards in. What's your record, Vince? How far into the deck have you gotten without hitting a Narcomoeba? What's your record? They're casting a deep analysis. Good news is we probably have another turn. They're passing. This is the worst game of Legacy that has ever occurred. 51 cards. That's pretty impressive. We don't have Troll. You gotta stick with Stinky. Well, we're at 41. Incredible. Incredible. Nope, he said, boarded out all the Narcomoebas out before game 1. Smart. This one's not on me, okay? It just isn't. At least, hey, they had to sack a land out of desperation previously because of what we normally and should be doing. It's definitely correct for them to do that. Well, I don't know what the cards are in their hand, but probably, right? And now they're brainstorming, sure, but they have a cavern in play, which is pretty funny. I mean, they're probably just going to ritual and actually kill us now. Maybe not. We're getting another turn. This is awesome. We only have thugs? Oh no. It's happening. Oh my god. We hit. We hit. All right, now we get to Cabal Therapy. I guess I'll try on Doomsday first. They did brainstorm. They probably hit it. I'm actually just going to go Force of Will first. That's probably more likely. We've got plenty of Cabal Therapies. Yeah, they're not for it. All of our zombies have haste. A million ways that we can kill them. Turn 6. That was pathetic from everyone involved. Great job. Great job to both of us. Give ourselves a pat on the back. Doomsday, Doomsday, Doomsday. You could play Sanctity. Rider's good against Sholdred, I guess. So that's a maybe. We don't want these. No, thank you. Not really grinding. On the draw, so Sanctity would be okay, but is it good enough? Ashen Rider could help. I don't hate having it. At the same time, I think I just want to put my best foot forward, have the highest chances of doing what I'm trying to do as quickly as possible, despite the copious amount of disruption. I'm going to resend it. In the event that I'm advised otherwise in the meantime, maybe we'll reconsider. I mean, so this one's pretty good against like disruption and interaction of sorts, but our level is pretty low. This one's real bad. I'll keep this. Breakthrough too high risk? I think it is. It's definitely the highest upside, but in the event that it drags on a bit, I'd love to have Gaze. You might wind up drawing into a second land that we'll want to put into play. Depending on how it looks, maybe we even wind up putting 3 into play so that we can start flashing the lootings back, but we'll see. They're on 7. Immediate doomsday. So we need to hit LED. I mean, it's not the only thing that we can do. Gaze can get us out of it with like hitting Narcomoeba and Cabal Therapy. But probably not. Even just discarding them is likely not going to be enough. Yeah, we need LED. We'll find some Poxwalkers action here. Not sure how much that helps us. Be nice if you could mill them. We have a reasonable shot if we hit LED, as long as we draw LED and Thug hits Troll and they don't have Force. Easy. Sounds pretty easy, right? Probably not possible with this hand, but Cephalid on them can sometimes beat a Doomsday. This is very true. Card is just gas against them. Like, we were on the draw with 7, we had LED Coliseum. That's all you need. Literally all you need. They can't beat it. They'd have to stack their deck like Thoracle, and put one into play, and then put the second one into play with 4 cards in their library. All right, we did not hit. I'm gonna fetch to thin. Classic fetch to thin. Wait. This card cannot do it for us. It has to be Gaze. It has to be Narcomoeba and Cabal Therapy, and then we have to hit, like, they would have to have screwed up. Not the case. Now we just have to fully hope that they screwed up. Which happens sometimes. This looting doesn't resolve. You can check the exiled cards for graveyard hate and prepare to game 3. Oh, right. I'm always too lazy and forget to do this. I just feel like looting, there's nothing that looting could possibly hit. Right? Oh, I guess you could find LED with it. Yeah, looting was a better look. For sure. Doesn't look like they have a crypt. They have a Tormod's crypt. That's it. That's it. I mean, they have 3 cards in hand. They're on the deep analysis build. But that's all they have is 1 Tormod's crypt. I mean, they have discard, they have forces. How much discard? A good amount. Forces, dazes. I still don't think Sanctity is worth it. We're looking to do most of our stuff in turn 1 anyways. Then usually if we're passing, we have redundancy in our hand, enough such that we don't really care about discard. They might even trim on some on the draw. So if they fear our Colosseum activation, they can put Tormod's Crypt in their pile to exile our graveyard first. Ooh. No, I don't think there's anything to do. I'm glad I had it right the first go. See, the one thing that I haven't felt comfortable with is what to cut when I am bringing stuff in. All right, this one is so very close. We can do it and wait turn 2. If they counter LED, we're dead in the water. What would the Dredge guy do? And keep on the draw. Yeah, it's really close because it has Colosseum. We have a full grip, so it's going to be turned on next turn, and we're gonna be threatening turn 2 looting into Colosseum. I'm gonna keep it. Keeping it. I mean, I know they're supposed to counter LED, and maybe they do, but maybe they have discard. See, I think we are favored heavily right now. How would I not be able to activate Colosseum? Three, 4, 5, 6. Draw step is 7. Oh, we can't do it and looting. Yeah, but we can Colosseum with Troll. That's enough. It's uncounterable. You know. Oh, were we supposed to do it in upkeep? No, we need the 7th card. Now we have Careful Study. Yeah, land would have been great. So do we just Careful Study and Fluting now instead? Yeah. There's no way they have other graveyard interaction, right? Like, you wouldn't not bring it in just because you're on the play. So they would have to have double force. Force plus days. Come on, let me in. And the nice part is we are at least slow dredging, or we can try to spike a blue source. We are getting dazed. Honestly, maybe it was smarter to Colosseum. Bed flinging birds. Bryant says, I clicked on this video expecting a new Angry Birds type game, where instead of flinging birds, you're throwing bear cubs. Yes, we are. It's graphic, I know. And yet, we can't look away. I think we were supposed to Coliseum. I don't know why I was under the impression that I basically wasn't thinking of the fact that all it takes is force plus days, which is much different than double force. It's only a matter of one card. Spiking a blue doesn't work anyways. So we got a Dredge first either way. We did hit an Archimedes and a Cabal Therapy. I do like that. And a bridge. We still have a Dredger. We don't have to hit ourselves. Rename. They just brainstormed. I think they would rather keep Doomsday in their hand and fetch away garbage than hide it on top on the off chance that our one slow Dredge hits a Narcomoeba and the Cabal Therapy. I'm just gonna... We did hit. We would have hit on Force as well, which is the other card I would have named. Presumably, the top of their deck is bad. They have 2 lands in hand. We'll see. It might be another Doomsday. They go, okay, if this one gets discarded, I'll draw it. There's still another turn away from it, though. Is it worth therapying away a Force of Will? Probably not. Probably not worth it. All right, they go land pass. They didn't shuffle. So I think it was another Doomsday. What other card are you not shuffling there? And do we try to spike a blue source? We pretty much win the game if we hit. We can also draw Careful Study. We can draw the Breakthrough's Gone. We can draw... I like drawing here. Right, not a good draw. Like, I think there's fewer outs by drawing a card there, but the upside is so high. And I think we're about to nab another Doomsday. Got him. Right between the eyes. Double blind hit. Oh, he said, stop thinking, please. Oh, they just natty hit a deep analysis with a surveil land. God damn. More of a blurred vision, sure. Second one was blurred vision instead of a blind hit. That's fair. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, did they play land yet? They didn't, right? No. When are you going to California? Let me buy you a beer. I don't drink, but probably not for a while. I've never been. The more I dig into content and the more I start traveling for events, I'm sure I'll make it over there eventually. Okay, so once again, blue source or there's 6 blue cards. And what, 3 Coliseum, bunch of fetch. There's probably like 15. It's probably like a 30% draw. Or we can just keep slow dredging. Problem is, if we don't hit a dredger, then we have to start doing that. Ooh, Coliseum's not great with only one dredger anyways. I'm gonna draw. I'm still gonna draw. Believe in the deck. Don't force me. They find a blue card. Probably. Force pitch and consider. All right. I mean, what are you gonna do? Hold that, right? Come on. I don't think we save for Doomsday because they're playing a Tormod script, which, as the Dredge guy has pointed out, kind of stops that whole plan. Ooh, swing and a miss. Although if it hit, that would have been better for us. All right, back down to low functioning magic. And once again, I'm going to take a draw. I just think we win on the spot if we hit it. Like, I think it's going to take multiple dredges if we don't. I mean, if we start slow dredging. Cycling. Uh-oh, that's scary. I don't like not having a clock. So it's one of those things, right? Like you make the decision. I made the decision, what, 2, 3 turns ago? You can't really go back and forth. You either do one or the other. We did hit on the second draw, but they then found the blue card. All right, and they're going to give us one more shot here. They're only going to have one card. So this is a deep analysis line. If we could deal 1 damage to them, that would be great for us. But we probably can't. They're selecting a duress. Why'd you select a duress? Oh, because they already used their deep analysis. Right? You can't. Yeah. Okay, so they don't have a 1-card win. They have 0 cards in hand. If you're playing deep analysis, you can win off a 1 card. You put consider on the top. You surveil the deep analysis away. You draw into Lion's Eye Diamond. You play Lion's Eye Diamond. You flashback deep analysis. You have 1 blue left over. You get a blue source. You get your Thassa's Oracle. You're in there. Or maybe you need a cycler in between. Whatever. No, you don't. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. No cycler. But deep analysis is gone, and they have 0 cards, so they don't actually have a route. I guess they could have all cyclers because they already have blue mana. They're going to be at 4. 4 cards, so Street Wraith, 3 cards. Edge of Autumn. They usually play 2 Edge of Autumns. Okay, so they can. They can. Of all your Red Storm videos, I see him and click 100% of the time. Oh, thanks, Your Stuff Media. I appreciate it. Seems like Doomsday is just faster than Dredge overall, in my opinion. Not sure. Maybe it's 50-50. I mean, they're wildly different decks. You know? We can always kill him with... We cannot always kill him with Coliseum. We don't have mana to activate Coliseum. So let's see. There is no second Edge of Autumn. There is... No Tormod's Crypt. We do win if we can turn this on. There are... It looks like multiple Street Wraiths. Maybe they just only have 2 in right now. They're at 4, so you can only use them once. There's no Consider in the pile. We saw them selecting a Duress. They plan on duressing us? Why? Yeah, I like taking a draw and trying to hit a blue source or a blue card. Well, Careful Study or the other one there. We got him. And the Crypt. The Crypt is in this pile. So we pass. Good luck. Are you gonna duress me? Well, that's okay. You can draw 1. If I use this, it puts you down to 1 card. You draw 1. It's probably a Thoracle. Okay. Now you die. They occasionally run Stifle, but they have no cards in hand. We're undefeated. That means I've won my past 5 matches with Dredge. 5 out of the first 6 that I've ever played. I'll see you in round 3.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/.
Cruising. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call that cruising. We certainly both hit a bit of a rough patch during that match, but we're having a good time. Okay, this opponent is a Jeskai player who plays a lot of Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce, Wasteland, Snapcaster, Forces, Narset, Teferi. I think I keep this on the draw. We don't really care about counters. They're not going to counter my LED anyways. I know that from experience. Oh, got him. Wasteland Pass. What is going on? I suppose we could have just played Mountain Pass. But we don't need haste. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we make blue, we make red, and we get after it. Dredge and Narcomoeba. Roll. And another Stinkweed Imp. Another Narcomoeba. We had some looting action. We got Otherworldly Gaze. Only 1 Narcomoeba. Can't Spell Pierce us. Looting first or gaze? I think we gaze. Love to find Cabal Therapy. Poxwalkers is nice. Very nice. Nice. Now we're just dredging the rest of the way. You get the Poxwalkers back immediately, which is awesome. Oh, and then we're going to be hitting Force of Will. Oh, that was just disgusting. I feel like I got to wash my hands. Okay. The only thing that could possibly give us trouble is Narset, which is way too far off. I guess Icarid. A little grindy for us. Wouldn't shock me if they had, like, Rest in Peace, I guess. I think I still just want to try to go fast. Yeah, Narset doesn't matter. I'm thinking of Hull Breacher, because Hull Breacher doesn't even allow you, right? Because if you've already drawn your card, you can't replace your draws if Hull Breacher's in play. Only if you've taken one draw, yeah. So you can, like, upkeep with a Coliseum or something. That's good to know. You take the bear out. Yeah, I guess it's not too important that we are doing that. Yes, it is. It's Jeskai. It has, like, tempo elements. In that it doesn't, or at least from what I've seen, they don't play Daze. They do play a heavy amount of Spell Pierce, like at least 3 Spell Pierce. I get Spell Pierced, like, every time from them. I'm sure they had Forces in their hand, otherwise they're not going to be keeping a Wasteland only hand against me. But could they be playing some tempo deck? Sure. I've literally never seen it. I've seen them on this deck every single time. It is technically 4 colors. I'm not even sure what the black is for. I haven't seen Bowmasters. Alright, so we have a Gaze. That is it. Yep. Let's go. This is the type of hand I'm talking about. Yes! Oh, baby. Comes the Spell Pierce. Guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Maybe I should have gazed first. Oh. Alright. No one's going to trust me anymore. You said it was guaranteed, Tony. You said it was guaranteed. I guess it's a problem if they hit this, huh? Or, like, kind of a problem? Oh, I should use the other blue. Double red for Ox. Oh, imagine if, like, I don't know, Fluster or something. Really? You have a Surgical? This play is so risky. I mean, what else do? You really throw this hand back? You play it slow against they're going to play Hurtful Permanence, like... I don't know. I feel like if you don't make this play, you just don't have the balls to play the deck. But maybe I'm wrong. It's literally my first day playing it. Do I want I think I want Coliseum. In the event that they do just full on stop me. No, that doesn't make sense. Then I don't have enough cards. All right. I mean, it's not even true. If they surgical looting, I'm not done. I have a looting on the stack that is not going to get exiled when it's done. They'll still have another looting coming up. They can try to hit the Dredger, which is like the classic wrong thing to do. I'm sure there are spots where you should. Maybe this is one of them. Maybe they do. Maybe it hurts. But potentially 2 lootings. I understand that I would be putting the top 2 cards. This was in the event that they stopped what we were doing on the stack. But at that point, no, we would have had enough cards. Well, no, 1 less, 3, 6. Yeah, we would have had enough cards. I think I probably should have left it on top. Maybe not, though. I mean, the odds are one of these are going to resolve, in which case it is going to get milled over. They are going for the Dredger with the surgical. Well, at least we put them in this position. This is not exactly where you want to be. If they have nothing else, we're hoping to hit a Dredger, and then we get to cast the other looting. I will say, this is my kind of Magic. Lots, just condensing the game into really flashy and fun turns. All right. Guess it literally doesn't matter here. And they have a force for this one. Okay. Listen, a mold of 6 against force and surgical. I don't think any mold of 5 or waiting around is going to be, on average, better than that. We made them have 2 integral points of interaction. Someone would say that Dredge isn't magic. Yep. I thought they could surgical looting and fizzle the trigger. What trigger? It's a spell on the stack. It's not a trigger. We literally had looting on the stack from our hand before I cast it. Yeah, there's no chance for priority. So Lion's Eye Diamond, it's a funky mana ability, but it is a mana ability. It's funky in that most mana abilities don't even use the stack. It does, which is why you have to hold priority, right? But that's exactly what we did. So it uses the stack, but it is instant, and you can activate LED holding that priority, and then, or no, I'm sorry. It doesn't use the stack, but it's a wild ride. Nothing is quite like it. Activate only as an instant. Okay. Yes, you can undo LED activations. All right, we are in trouble. They don't have much going either, but shoosh. is rough. Like, we haven't hit something remotely okay. I will take one draw. Yes. That is basically what I meant to say. Doesn't use the stack. As I reiterated, it just has a timing restriction on when you can activate it, which is such a weird thing for a mana ability because every other mana ability in existence just why would you specify in any way? And I think they had to do that, otherwise you'd be able to would you be able to use it for cards in your hand if they didn't specify that? I don't know. So we did a careful study, so now if I hit a blue source, I can do something. And brainstorm twice. All right. I'm going to go next. All tied up. Let's go. They didn't specify you can just use it as Black Lotus, right? What a weird card. It's kind of a grindy hand, right? I'm gonna keep it. I feel like I've even run into Stifle from them. It just wouldn't shock me. All right, these are all going down. Are they going to keep trying to go after dredgers? They are. You're not supposed to do this, right? I think Surgical is just a lot more damaging as a card that you can actually, like, put on the stack and use. However, Dredge has changed. It's possible that equation has changed. Problems with streaming is this person could stream snipe you too. It is possible. Well, the vast majority of my play is streamed. See, the vast majority of people don't stream snipe. The price we pay. Oops, sorry. All right, did they get them all? Good job, they got them. How important is it that I be mana efficient? I guess if I'm gonna gaze, I'm gazing now. But I want to put stress on their spells. I think I would want to gaze on end step. Which is worse for, like, you know, if we're not being interacted with. Maybe just study. Just cast it. And then we can upkeep the gaze. Guarantee you this is a spell pierce. Guaranteed. Slapped a guarantee on it last time and it didn't happen, but... Oh for 2. That's fine. I don't want to get spell pierced. You gonna force it? We're gonna force it. Okay. Now, if they like untap and rest in peace, they specifically fetched for an underground sea. Okay, no hateful permanence. That's good. Why not just DDD? What's DDD? Because we can just do it on our upkeep here. Do we? Oh, mountains in the graveyard. All right. Sure. Ding. It's like we cast in Poxwalkers, y'all. Yeah, I mean, it's not even bad, right? It's actually a pretty good thing that we have 3 lands in play right now. Usually not a luxury that you have with Dredge. They only have 2 cards, and we are just all of a sudden getting after it. We hit a gaze. They don't have surgical. They didn't have force. It's not like Snapcaster. I think I want to Cabal Therapy myself. Hit Poxwalkers. And then gaze. We don't have a Dredger right now. I think I just want to put the Poxwalkers into play. We have Gaze to hit another Dredger, or to find us a Careful Study or something like that. Like this, and then we can Dread Return, maybe Archimeba, get a bunch of zombies. There's another Cabal Therapy. I'm definitely leaving both of the... Yeah. Or no? Both on top? Can't undo. I would need both, but it would be across 2 turns. I can Cabal Therapy myself. So I only need 1. This is gaseous. And then we could Dread Return the Troll. And it defeats the whole Coliseum play though, huh? It would be a small troll, yeah, but it would make a bunch of zombies, right? It would make 3 zombies, and we get the Poxwalkers back? Return Narco. Yes. Yep, that's better. Okay, then we have the best of everything. It's 10, 16, 17 power in play, so we have lethal, plus a troll in the graveyard with an active Coliseum on top. I think we did all right. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're 3-0. I'll see you in round 4.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
The Dredge Trophy, the live Dredge Trophy. I feel pretty comfortable. There's definitely some things to figure out that are a bit foreign to me, but just generally speaking, doing a bunch of degenerate stuff all in 1 turn, I can dig it. Prefer the Oracle list, but this list is fun too. I'd have to see the Oracle list. But yeah, the deck tends to mill its entirety pretty easily. But yeah, had they not scooped, we would have just taken an actual draw step, played our Cephalid Coliseum, and gone off. Yup. As long as we hit a Dredger with Gaze, this is nuts. We have double Gaze. Wow. Wow. Does turn one potential through interaction. This is one of those opponents that I've played so many times and just cannot ever remember what they're playing. Usually that's an indication that they play different decks. Sometimes you just want to force check people. This more than force checks. This double force checks. Double LED, they're like typical Tony with his storm shit, and then bam, they're gonna get smashed. By Dredge. So I want Volk. And I think I just cast it. I don't have to do anything fancy yet. We're gonna have priority after this resolves. Double Narcomoeba is not terrible, neither is Bridge. It's not exactly what we're looking for. Because we want cards in our graveyard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're actually going to be one shy. If I leave all these in the graveyard. It's probably still correct though, right? We don't have to do it all right now. All right, it doesn't make sense leaving that on top. The decision is whether I want to put all the Narcomoebas in. I definitely want to put one in. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gaze goes to 7. Potentially 3 more is 10. Okay, I can put them both in. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Yeah, okay. I'm just counting wrong. Now, if they counter this, then we're in trouble, but they're not. They F6'd. See you later. Oh, okay. It is one shy. I should have, because it doesn't leave us with a Dredger. It's a good thing we found looting. Chat's probably on it right now, but it's a good thing we found looting. There's Cabal Therapy, Bridge. Three Bridges and a Poxwalker. And they're off it. Tony is so aggressive with this deck. It's the aggressive build. That's why I picked it, okay? You have any thoughts on how the most recent bannings are going to impact your deck construction? Of what deck? Arguably the most aggressive version of the deck ever. Yeah, I don't think there's much of an argument. It definitely is. We don't know what they're doing. So I guess I like, what, a couple chains and an Ashen Rider? From the Mama Bear. One Dredger. A Gaze. Yeah, we had anger as well. But I should have left one of my Narcomoebas. Because I counted 9, which is like, okay, cool, we can Ox, but obviously you need 10 because you need to leave a Dredger. Then we would have had to have gotten rid of anger as well. So honestly, I think casting looting was better anyways. In the dark? Why would you swap Icarid? Icarid's like, if you just want some more grind potential, right? I have no idea that that's the case. I just don't want to get blindsided by some permanent that turns my entire deck off, you know? And at the same time, I don't want to bring in the whole kit and caboodle. Is that a term people say, maybe? Gaze is decent. This is basically a mulligan to 3. This one's pretty bad too. I do get to gaze and a gaze. They have taken a mulligan. This is basically a mulligan to 5. We can do Coliseum stuff somewhat quickly. No. Beautiful. That is all you need. All you need. You also need them to not discard you, put in some sort of hateful permanent, not have double force, not counter your LED, play a forest. Oh man, you're gonna play a forest in this economy. All right, we do need a dredger. Can we find one? We cannot yet. There's the thing about Force of Vigor and Endurance, right? If you play around one, you play into the other. What's more likely? I'd say Endurance is actually more likely, so I'm going to play into Force of Vigor. I mean, Endurance is still a problem either way. Ooh. Well, Endurance would screw that up. Would wait on it. No, then they have Bog. Well, let's hope they're just trying to Bog. I think they're just bogging. Bogging out. Cobb. Nice. We are going to get bogged. Which is a problem. Yeah, this wasn't fantastic. Wasted or bogged? Wasted? Stop it. Oh, crop rot. Alright. Yeah, we need Sanctity. Maybe I hold that. I'm supposed to hold that. Bring on the beats. I'm just casting it. I just want to get a Dredger. Come on. I suppose you're probably supposed to wait. Just feel like it's not going to take long for them to do something that's basically going to make us scoop. Need to like spike a troll. Alright. That's a slow plan. It is a plan though. Come on. The next one. Second bog with echoing depths, yeah. Yes, they do. We do have one Chain of Vapor in the deck. Yep. Problem is we did turn one them, so we didn't know what they were. Alright, they bogged us now. No Chain of Vapor. We have blockers technically. No, they can pro blue. Does that mean you actually want the bear? Because we want to kill them fast. What do you trim? Gaze on a land? I don't think I want Ashen Rider. We're trying to beat Depths and Tabernacle with our Ashen Rider. I'm pretty sure we've already lost that game. Although I guess if we have Sanctity in play... Not necessarily. Yeah. Because of Sanctity, I guess that makes sense. Is I'm trimming Gaze? I never want to trim anything. Case study and dread return. I love having 2 dread returns though. One gaze, one careful study. Alright. One Duskana. I got a land. Okie doke. Yeah, I didn't leave Chain of Vapor in. I took it out. We brought it in because we didn't know what they were on. Oh, this hand is so garbage otherwise. You just slow dredge with a Sanctity? This seems too bad. I guess a blue source has you moving. A red source has you moving. We can do better. We can definitely do better. This is not better. This is very slow. Nope. This is way better than any of them. I want land, I want gaze, I want ley line. And I want this on the bottom. I guess I keep troll in case I run into like some sort of looting effect. Don't really see a reason not to main phase this. Force of Vigor already. We want the land. Yeah, shuffling is good. I feel reasonably good about this. I also like that we have anger. We have anger. Am I just getting another Volk? I don't think it's worth getting an Underground Sea. We're not dodging Wasteland anyways. Alright, that's good. That's very good. Now I can put Troll into the graveyard, or no. Hexproof, sweet. So you can therapy yourself. Golgari Grave-Troll. Alright, that's what I got. It's a 4-card hand that is pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, did I miss the attack? Oh, right. Anger, anger, anger. Dang. Yeah, you're right, you're right. And they have surgical. Of course. There's endurance, bog, reclaimer. None of that is enough. You could crack the LED. Why would I want to crack the LED to put it in my graveyard? Why would I want an LED? I'm going to waste the whole draw? I can put it in my graveyard, and then I can dredge the very next turn. Not when they have surgical. Yeah, people love surgicaling dredgers. Are we just going to draw a Faithless Looting or Careful Study here, and we're in business? That's going to kill us quickly. I think we're finally going down, folks. I did have 6 consecutive match wins in a row. I'm bound to lose, right? But the only gaze? No, there's more gazes. Yeah, it seems like a hard matchup. I mean, we pretty much had it, but they had surgical. How many of those do they play? 0 to 1? Spite Plays says, let's go, another TonyScapone stream. Appreciate the hype. Bring on the beats. Nope, more than that. They have a Merit Legion coming. Something. This hits Troll plus LED. Troll plus LED. Not exactly. Do they see the line? Yeah, we're dead. All right, we dropped down to 3-1. See you in the final round.
The best legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory, featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Cobal and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
Not bad, though. I'm liking the list. It feels like Dredge should feel, right? Magic is all about luck. I feel like probably somewhere around half of my games are either won or lost on good or bad luck. Maybe that's an overstatement, but not by much, if so. Like, I feel either frustrated from bad luck or guilty from getting lucky. Shockingly often. I feel like there's an amount of that that is very real, and then there's probably like a buffer on both sides of just because you're in the moment, so you feel that way. You know, sometimes you think your opponent got lucky when in reality they had like 70% out for multiple draws or something. You know what I mean? And it's like because they finally on the 5th draw, whereas they're on the other side going, geez, you know, I missed on 60% draws or whatever. You see what I mean? All right, this is already a mulligan to 4. We're not going to keep a mulligan to 4 on 7. It's stable. Yep, we can do so much more. We can do so much more, but it is stable. Oops. Well, honestly, maybe it's just Cabal Therapy. I don't plan on getting an Underground Sea. I suppose I can discard it, but I'm definitely wanting to discard Golgari Grave-Troll. We're probably going to gaze first, though. Might just be greedy to keep Colosseum, but I don't think so. I'm going to Bottom Island. And fight a lot of interaction. Yeah, this... resilient. I think I still want to end step it. Like there are things that we can hit, but it makes them play a turn without realizing that we're Dredge. Allows us to see what's going on with them so we can make better decisions. Allows us to play around Wasteland and still... yeah, that's fine. And still get a volcanic island. Obviously there are downsides to simply passing. Not typically my style either. All right, opponent. I know you didn't see this coming. Guess we just bottom it all because we're going to Dredge. Stinky Impy. Get an Archamoeba. Got a Cabal Therapy. No bridge. We do have a troll. We could Colosseum. We could Careful Study first. Colosseum's for more. Then we lose a land. I think I want to Dredge more before I Cabal Therapy. I think it's just want to Colosseum because it's uncounterable. Dredge Troll. Dredge Imp. Dredge Imp. I mean, Dredge 31 is pretty good. Did we hit a bridge? We didn't hit a single bridge? Yo. We hit Poxwalkers? Okay, okay. That's... We can shred their hand. Alright. Yeah, no bridge. I'm not blind, right? Sometimes it's tough to see here. Alright, let's... Cabal Therapy once. Obviously, don't have force. They probably have... Synthesizer? Oh, yes they did. 3 of Tails. Could save it. They're not casting Thought Monitor, right? 2, 4, 5, 6. They could. They could. They draw Petal, Bobble. Like, these Cabal Therapies are important, and I do want to save them. But I think I want to hit that Thought Monitor. Poxwalkers are great. Mafuzz's Patreon messing around with more Poxwalkers and fewer bridges for the Thoracle Dredge return win has been fun. That's cool. No use chumping. They played Tree of Tails. They're on Simic. What are they on Simic for? Maybe Loam and just playing more artifact lands? Alright, we dredge. We hit a bridge, another Narcomoeba. We careful study. Roll. Roll. One bridge. The other Poxwalkers here. And Dread return Ox. Wabam. We have 11 cards. 4, 4. Or we just do the whole deck because we're going to attack them for lethal. Or no, we have to go 4, 4 and then draw a card. Draw a card first? Think that makes sense. Yeah, we don't have to draw. We can do the whole deck. Kind of nerve-wracking. Okay, we've got all the bridges. I can confirm that. We're going to play that for no reason. We're going to therapy you. Yeah, it's definitely easy to deck yourself by accident. Very easy. Cool. All right. Another one of these artifact matchups. They're just doing like Emery Soul Guide stuff. I'm not even sure Icarid is good enough. It's a different kind of grindy. Chalice is really the only like potential thing. I guess I play Ashen Rider. I'm a thug. Here we go. You think beans? The green is beans. Green beans? Alright, breakthrough is decent, but no thank you. They mulled a 5. I mean, we can mull the 5? Just keep this. They're on a mull the 5. They're going to have a slow hand. What are we going to do? Mulligan to a Lion's Eye Diamond that's actually weak to a Force of Will and Chalice on 0? They are playing a Cage. Maybe they're not playing Emery. Interesting. So we need to hardcast things. This was the multiple bazaar. What I bring in? Basically nothing. Ashen Rider. Yes. Very true. Although they seem to have pretty decent turn 2 going here. We dredge. I need to find a black source. Might as well still dredge. Alright, we found the bridge. Now we need to find a black source. And more bridges, honestly. But black source is probably more important. I do want Thug. Oh, wrong order. Well, wouldn't matter. Well, therapies. No black source, I could play Narcomoeba. These are more castable. Maybe it was bad to keep the land that hurts me. Chain of Vapor? No. What I have to do is flip more bridges and play my 2-drops. Very Macabre on Imp and Thug. That's fine. Doesn't really affect my only outs too much. There's my black source. At this point, just another mana source for the Narcomoebas, actually, because we found that. Problem is, I did not find a bridge. Come on, bridges. 3 bridges? Get crazy. Anger's funny. We get some F6 value. Good thing we didn't flip over our Underground Sea. We have a troll. I think we're about to get hit by Soul Guide, though. I think the fun stops here, and by fun I mean just barely hanging on by a thread. Yeah, it's pretty good. Urza Saga is pretty good. So maybe they don't have Soul Guide. They do not. Oh, they have Lethal. Pretty decent too. Or no, they don't. Yes, they do. All right, so Chain of Vapors. I guess I still play the Ashen Rider. All right. Yep. I was just gonna say, let's open up a banger. This is a banger. Don't do it. Don't you dare get any ideas about this one. Let's go, baby. Oh, we're just in. We're just fully in. Double troll. Into double troll. Jeez, no narcomoeba. Yeah, no narcomoebas. We can Cabal Therapy 1. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, and there's nothing on their board, so we can put this stuff out here. That's beautiful. All right, you obviously don't have force. You don't have, I mean, you don't have anything that matters here. What is something that they could potentially sandbag awkwardly? There's just nothing. They're scooping. Okay. Name sticker goblin. Okay, a 4-1. A really close round 4. Let's make it official. Mark it on the record box. Yeah, that was sweet. Didn't play perfect, but I think I played pretty reasonable. I mean, the list is awesome. As soon as I saw, not that the Epic Storm has told me to like fully endorse, you know, this isn't like the Dredge guy video or whatever, but I know Brian loves your work as well, so I can certainly personally advocate for Mufaz Van Gogh, the Dredge guy, the creator, you know, of moving Dredge forward. I know there's a ton of you guys, but at least the content that you create, as soon as I saw you build this version of the deck, I was like, yep, that's exactly what has been missing from this deck. Because like I said before, I always thought that the early iterations that did actually kill with haste, even with Flamekin Zillot, I don't know, for a while, Dredge players just weren't even doing that. And I always felt the same when I played against Dredge. Even when they popped off, oftentimes I would still just win because they weren't actually killing me. Now, of course, I'm a little bit biased. I tend to play decks that prioritize killing now as opposed to later. But there's something to be said about that, a big something to be said about that in a format like Legacy. You pass the turn, you die. You know, you pass the turn, they put something in play that effectively you die. They shred your hand, they, you know, whatever. So I like how aggressive this deck is, but it still has plenty of resiliency in play. You don't have to, you know, mulligan every time to a blistering hand, but it mulligans very well. So when you need to, or when you're in the blind, you rarely get like super punished even for mulling down to, I mean, we had mulls to 4 that won like easily. It's a sweet deck. The format wasn't in a place that required killing on turn 2.5, and now it does. I don't know about that, man. The deck was vanished for a very long time, for the most part. For 3 or 4 years, and I don't know, it's my opinion from the outside in. Take it for whatever it's worth to you. But that's about it for tonight. I do, of course, want to thank our sponsors, Moxfield, KMC, and Card Hoarder. I do have, listen, if you know my stream and me, you know that I was literally advocating for these. I am not sponsored by KMC. The Epic Storm is, but I can tell you, if you're like me, I used katanas for a while. Their quality, not to like trash on katana, but hey, the quality has been awful. I've been looking for a new sleeve for like literally 3 years. I've went through 4 or 5 of them, and about 2 months ago, this was recommended to me by Bryant. I have some other KMCs that honestly I didn't try yet. The Perfect Hards I used when I was using foils. Those are great for that use, obviously. But as far as just finally finding a sleeve that I love, Hyper Phoenix, they're awesome. I'm serious. But yeah, check out my stuff as well. Obviously, I have a Twitch, all TonyScapone. Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. All the links are in the description below. Also to my podcast that myself, Killa Bee, Punishing Waterfalls, and Newton are part of, called Brews of Paradise. So again, check that out, Brews of Paradise. And of course, sign up right here for the Epic Storm YouTube, or on the Patreon if you want sideboard guides for the Epic Storm, which, by the way, is playing Force of Will, I believe, which is pretty sweet. Got a lot of echoes going on, Surveil lands. It's a sweet list. Check it out. That's all I got, guys. This was a blast. Dredge, obviously not my typical thing to be doing, but it's degenerate. It's fast. It condenses the turns, really. It's like the storm of graveyard decks, right? All right. Keep storming, y'all. Keep dredging, I guess. See you next time. Peace.